Lions are born in equal numbers, males to females. A tumbling mess of small bodies born roughly the same time in a pride, courtesy of the magic of the synchronicity of their mothers' body cycles. Their nurseries of almost same-aged cubs and equal genders make for a very social upbringing. It's a training ground, a playing field, a time when lifelong bonds are developed, bonds that may one day be the foundation of a strong brotherhood to fight for territory. For now, soft mouths bite and gentle paws slap out. At this age, any young male that is more adventurous will attract accidents. A heavy rock may be an innocent toy, but dropping on his tender paw and this young male might just become an early victim. A small male learns here that when someone ambushes you, someone else has your back. Soft fur protects them from needle-sharp teeth. The nursery system works. Cubs are seldom much more than a few months different in size, so older cubs can't do too much damage. The danger now is that cubs can sometimes get picked on and played to exhaustion. It seems as though mothers have developed a surprising protectiveness to male cubs in particular, perhaps understanding that the odds are already stacked against them. So ironically, because of this protectiveness and perhaps a more robust style of playing, little males slightly edge out the female cubs. By 3 months, male cubs often outnumber their sisters. It's a male aggression that can well up inside of them at any moment, at any age. A fully grown female collapsing at the wrong time on a cub 1/10 of her size might be the end of him. Being a cub is always a risky business. If there is a loner looking out at the horizon, it's probably a young male looking to his future. Will he be number 1 or number 7? A survivor or a lost nomad? Across the grassland, across whole countries, this outcast is a perfect example of why most cubs are born at roughly the same time in a pride. If you're a single child, you get a lot of attention, perhaps even better training, but when it's time to leave, you leave alone. This young male in the Okavango Delta in Botswana has challenges mounting up every day. His genetic job now is to survive and carry his father's genes to another kingdom, to conquer it for them by spreading their bloodline. But this vast, wet wilderness will swallow up a solitary, inexperienced hunter, a young male that every resident lion wants dead. His only escape is to live on the fringes of territories now. He'll work a no-man's land between his old family's range and the next, hoping to stay silent, undetected. The pride males are alert to prey and interlopers. Male lions are not well adapted to the hunt. hunt. Their manes are territorial flags, not camouflage in the long grass. So when the herd breaks away, the buffalo target the dark-maned male. It's like a deadly hit and run. A sharp thrust into the side punctures a lung. For this male, it is over. Rages on, its combatants oblivious to the fallen male and also to the young castaway watching the family he once was a part of. As they chase down and wrestle a buffalo to the ground for a feast at which he would once have been a favored guest, now he can only watch. The surviving male is now the only master. This is how the young nomad will eke out his small living. He will wait for the family to cause chaos and for them to become too engaged in their own more immediate business to take notice of him. The water has always been an uncomfortable place for him. All cats tackle the dark waters with caution. Crocodiles use it as their hunting ground. But if he can just keep the herd outside the pride's territory, he will be able to hunt with immunity. If he manages this badly, though, and they turn back into his father's land, the opportunity will have been lost. He sets up a one-lion blockade, though not with much confidence. If he can frighten the herd away with a roar, he will have a little more time. But roaring will definitely attract his father, so he does something quite sneaky. He almost whispers his roar to the buffalo, making sure it doesn't reach the pride. But then, an opportunity he could not have predicted. A buffalo calf was born during the chaotic chase and crossing. The calf is growing stronger by the second, but if he pushes in fast now, the pride may notice the disturbance and come over. If he waits, the newborn might stand up and disappear among the protected legs of the herd. It's a tightrope of risk and reward. It was a game well thought out and executed. Virtually under the nose of his new nemesis, his own father. Buffalo hunting is a skill he might just develop as his speciality. So will this be this young male's future? Condemned to a life of loneliness and high risk? Or will this young cub break away with his siblings when his time comes? Most nomads don't have to leave in ones or twos like the buffalo hunter. Sometimes strong bonds formed by cubs playing make the young females leave with their brothers and cousins as a whole teenager group. It happens.